Welcome back everyone to Your Greatness Magnified. And this 4-part video series really is about your greatness magnified, because we're talking about how do you have the business, the career that you love. And that may include going out on your own at some point. In this video, we're going to talk about how do you make sure it's a job that you can ease into with your passions leading the way. But let me first dispel a couple of myths. One, that passion doesn't pay. Well, I have to tell you, if you're not passionate about it, it won't pay. If it's just something that you're doing to make a bit of extra money on the side, it's going to feel at times, I'm guessing, like heavy slogging. So in fact, that myth, I throw it right out the window. If you're not passionate about it, people feel it. Number two, it's a saturated market. Yeah, it's true. In my business, coach, consultant, speaker, there's tons of us. And I sometimes joke that I get rejected more in this business than I ever did dating. And that's really saying something. However, when I work with clients, when I am the right fit, it is an amazing experience. And if I let every time somebody said we went another direction stop me, then I'd be just laying on the floor crying all the time. But in actual fact, I don't need every person that I seek out give a proposal to, or that seek me out who considers doing a speaking engagement or coaching. I don't need every single one of those people to say yes, because I need them to opt out if I'm not the right fit, and I would be too busy otherwise. So here's the third one, that I can't. Well, I call BS on that, because how do you know you can't? Have you tried it? And if you have tried it, have you tried it this way? Have you learned from it? I bet you have. If you have made attempts in your own business or various businesses before and they haven't been as successful as you've wanted, please don't let that stop you from trying something else. In fact, these 3 strategies that I'm going to share with you next could in fact be the game changers of that. Number 1, map out what is your ideal day. In fact, I talk about this in my workbook. What I encourage you to do is just take a blank piece of paper, or you can, if you prefer by talking, open up an app on your phone where you can just be recording yourself and talk about every nuance of what that ideal day is. And then go back and reflect, what is it about that ideal day that's so amazing? Highlight it, because if you can build that into your work life, your new business, your next act, then you're going to love it. Number 2, ideal client. Do you want to work with people exactly like you, who've got all the challenges and issues that you've struggled with, the passions that you have? Do you want to work with somebody else? Who can you serve? If you show up to serve, it's not sales. It's about adding value to people's lives. But who do you want to, and who do you best add value to? So know who your ideal client is. Here's a really cool strategy that I've recently heard from a number of different programs, because I'm constantly doing coaching myself, being coached myself. And that is, actually get a picture of somebody that you want to work with, and then start to write about that person. What do they love? What are they passionate about? What do they do for their job? What keeps them up at night? How can you help them? If you had a conversation over coffee, what would be the thing that they would leave and they would feel so much more fulfilled and be able to then get started or unblocked or unstuck because you've added some value just over coffee? Who is your ideal client? When you know who you're serving, it's so much easier to be in service and be successful. Okay, point number 3, what I have here for you, be passionate, of course. What are you super passionate about? The thing that you are most passionate about that makes you the angriest, that when it's not present or when it's not possible, the thing that you absolutely get excited about, that makes you jump out of bed, that you love, that's the thing that if you could build a business around it, you're going to be that much more successful. So those are the 3 things, right? You want to make sure it's your ideal day, your ideal client, you're super passionate. Start to do some of that free writing work and begin to see all of these connections. And I'm telling you, if you can do that for the rest of your career, the rest of your life, you're going to be successful. It's going to feel easier. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to be so much more successful. And how do I know? Because that's how I run my business. And anytime I deviate from that, I always regret it. And I remember those are the 3 keys to being super pumped about my business. And then I don't mind working so hard. Thank you so much for tuning in to Your Greatness Magnified. Be well and be great.